Good morning. I just thought I'd do a quick video today to introduce you to my latest toy, which is the my new Ring battery charger. It's a smart charger as well, and it does diagnostics. This is the Ring. I think if you see that one there, this is the RS612 stroke RESC612, and this one I bought to replace my late father's old Dabin set battery charger, which is, it's at least 50 years old, and then to be fair, it still works, but it will only do 12-volt batteries, it will only do lead acid batteries. It's definitely not a smart charger. All the paperwork is long gone, and you only get this little analog dial, which to be honest, when you connect it up, flicks all over the place, so I'm never quite sure what's going on. And of course you look at the old clips you get, which are, there's no protection on those whatsoever compared to what you get nowadays. So anyway, I thought it's time to invest in a new one, which was actually for my son's car. And this one offers you so much more, as I said, than the old baby, because this is not just a charger. You can actually analyse the system with it. It does come, of course, with the obligatory guide, stroke manual. It's not going to be Encyclopedia Britannica, but there's enough in there to get you going anyway. And just in case you lose that, very handily on the back of the unit, they've got a condensed sticker with all the instructions on anyway. And then you have a little fold down hook, which is for hanging it under the bonnet or the hood of your car if you're using it, if you want to, if you can't lie it down anywhere. So as I say, this is the unit itself. If I just get rid of that plastic a minute, not the cable. So as I said, here's the unit itself. As you can see, if you compare my old crocodile clips to the new crocodile clips, which have got some plastic protection on as well, you can see it's a lot different. So the unit is nearly 200 millimeters, or about 7¾ inches in old money, in long. So if you do that again, it's about 5½ inches, or about 140 actually, 140 mil wide. It's about 75 mil deep, or just shy of 3 inches. And it does come with a silicone protective band which goes all the way around it. These are the very simple controls and an LED screen. There are lots of little smart chargers available nowadays which are far cheaper than this one. I mean, this one was about £77 I think on Amazon. Where else do you buy them nowadays? But you do get this very informative screen, and as I said, this does offer so much more than your standard smart charger. So when you connect it up, there's a little button here. If you put the wrong leads on the wrong way around, this thing will tell you that you put the leads on the wrong way around. You don't need, there's the mains lead for when you're charging, but you don't need that if you're going to use it as a diagnostic tool. It will pick up power off the battery from your leads, so you can use it for diagnostic purposes. So when you connect it up, and I'll try and demonstrate it in a minute, you would choose whether it's a battery or it's stop-start technology, and then so you've got these two choices here. Big yellow button, that is for a quick charge. If you just want to whack it straight on the electric and charge a battery, you can use that. But more importantly, you can use this by connecting this unit to the battery while it's still in the vehicle. If you're going to remove the battery, you can press and hold this button for 5 seconds and it will memorize the car and the audio settings. I've not used it yet, but apparently that's what it's for, so that could be quite useful. How many times you take the battery out of the car and you find that you can't remember the radio code, so in theory that should help with that. You can use this on vehicles up to and including a 5-litre engine. Vehicles with start-stop technology. It's got a nice LCD display, which is always handy because it's nice to see what's going on. And as I've probably mentioned before, this one's got a memory function, so hopefully you don't lose your radio code. As far as analysis goes, you can diagnose obviously what's in the battery, but you can do a cold cranking test, which is important, because if your battery says 12 volts, it may still not have enough power to actually crank the engine over. You can also measure the voltage drop. You can actually analyze the actual charging system of your car in situ. So this one offers more than just simply charging your battery or repairing it. This offers you a real diagnostic tool, I think, certainly for the home user. Okay, this is my 2016 Honda NC750X. Unfortunately, having been made redundant, I haven't had the time to go out and ride it lately, so unfortunately the battery's gone flat. But for today's purposes, I thought I might actually be able to demonstrate how this unit works off of the battery of the vehicle without being plugged into the mains. So I've hooked it up to the battery. I'm not going to take it out just yet. Ah, there you go. So I have to get really close. So when you connect it up to the battery, it will come to life. As you can see here, you can choose your battery type. It's not stop start. So this one, we'll choose that one. It's a standard battery. So choose that one. This light's not on, so I've got the leads on the right way around. Now the only two symbols it will display is the battery with the lightning bolt. You can't use this because that's the charging facility and we're not plugged into the mains yet. So we're just using it as a diagnostic tool. So the test button is illuminated there, and we are going to test it. So we select set. Then you get 4 sub menus. So the percentage symbol is now flashing. So we'll see what this battery's got in it, and we know it's flat. So set to select. Little lines going up and down. It's now doing test. So it's now telling me that although there's 12 volts in there, it's currently at about 40%. That's no good. That's why she won't start, obviously. So if we come out of there, back to another test, we'll test the battery now for its cold cranking amps, which is really important. So again, we come back to the test button, select that one. We can't use the pulleys and the belt symbol or the key because they're part of the testing the system, the alternator for the voltage drop and the cold cranking. And we already know this battery's too flat. It won't even do that, so we can't use that. But we can see what the cold cranking capacity of this particular battery is at this moment in time, and we'll use that with the battery symbol. So we'll use the keys to navigate around the menu, not that one, that one there. So we want that one for the cold cranking capacity. So yes, we go set. This little symbol flashes now down the bottom, cold cranking amps. Now the cold cranking amps of this particular one is, I think it's 210 amps, and you need to know this later on for the charging, because this one gives you the option of charging at 2 amps, 4 amps, and I think it's 8. So you'll need to know that for the settings later on. So right, so it's asking for the cold cranking amps. We know this one's 210 now, so we use the keys to negotiate round. So we go cold cranking amps, we go yes, so we set. It's preset, so it automatically sets 300. So you use this one's 210, as we said, so we use the keys to navigate down. 290, 280, down, 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 down. 210. So that's the cold cranking capacity of this my battery. Go set. Little gauge does its thing as it's working things out. So it's now telling me that the cold cranking amps of this battery is currently at 54%, which is actually useless, and 114 amps. It's nowhere near good enough. But I hope this demonstrates the usefulness of this particular toy as a diagnostic tool for the home user. I mean, you know, even maybe a small garage, I think it's great. And as I said, this is on my motorcycle, and I will use this unit on my son's Mazda because it's been stood for a long time and I know that battery's got problems. But I think for the £77 I think I said I paid for it, I think it's excellent value for money. It might be a lot of money for a home user, but it really does offer so many tools. Hopefully I'll do another video and I'll actually show you what it does when it's charging, but I think this one's well worth looking at, guys. I hope you found this useful.